Sarah, another question that we've seen floating around in the news is that the notice period is changing for rent increases. Currently, it's 1 month's notice at the moment. So what is the changes?
So the Renters' Right Act increases the notice to increase rent from 1 month to 2 months. It has to still be in line with the rent payment date, so you can actually give a little bit more than 2 months' notice if that's required, and you can only increase it as currently every 12 months.
It's quite funny that they've said that it's only going to be allowed to be done once a year, but I understand that's, maybe I'm wrong, but I understand that's what we've always done currently, once a year.
No, it's true. Rent increases can only happen every 12 months. That's not really changed. I think that the bigger changes are the tribunal work that may or may not go if a tenant doesn't agree with the rent increase.
Yeah. So it's just about making sure that your agency or yourselves doing market research that your property's up together. And if you're looking to put out to that rental, the current rent level or market level, that it's going to be enforceable if it does go to the tribunal. You've showed your comparisons there. So thank you.
Probably really useful to know that tribunals have the power to increase and decrease rent. So when you are looking at rent increases,
I always say it's a review. It's a rent review.
That's really true. It's not always an increase. It's a rent review, and it may be that once a year you don't increase rent at all, or you put it up. But if you are increasing it, be realistic. It's and
that's good that you go on to that point that they can go either way. We've actually had a case where the tribunal actually said, no, your increase is this level £1,000, sorry, and the landlord only wanted to pay up to £950, but the tribunal said, oh no, come back and said £1,000. In this scenario, the landlady still chose to carry the rent increase of £950, so the tenant was better off, £600, £50 a month better off. But we do say this to people as well, that it can go either way. So therefore, most of our clients and most of the clients you've worked with in the past have always been sensible, where you've got someone who's a good tenant looking after the property, never wants to really push to market value rent. And it's important to have those communications. We have a good dialogue with our, both parties, and and also the 2 months does give a bit more space for them to get used to the
prepare and financially prepare.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think probably the rationale behind the Act is just that, is to allow for it not to be abused. I think there was a worry that landlords would hike rents up to force tenants out. So the changes that are being made to the tribunal way of working actually will stop that. And not that I've seen it happen in this area, but that's sort of the rationale behind why those subtle changes to Section 13 notice have been made.